All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the issues prior regarding sound, but now I don't think anyone's going to get a notification of this. So there might be 10 people on this live stream. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. All I had to do was click. If you have a Yeti mic, I was so stupid. All I had to do, there's this right here. So if you have a Yeti mic, if you disconnect the cable from the USB, it'll start blinking. And all you have to do is just press it. And so it's this solid color right here. And then it'll work. What did my dumb behind do? I rebooted my computer. And then, of course, the live stream was no longer. But if you can share this live stream out, that would be greatly appreciated. Of course, nobody got the notification. The notification was, oh my God, only I would do this. Only I would do something stupid like that. So ladies and gentlemen, on social media, if you want to, share this live stream, that would be greatly appreciated. How's the sound? Press 1 to the 2 people watching. Press 1 if the sound is good. And it's all because, oh, don't get me started on this. It's all because I was uploading a segment on HA Second Amendment, and I had to. So this SIG P220 segment was amazing, but it cost me 400 people on the live stream, on my last live stream. But to my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Definitely check out this segment. It's actually, the camera angle is much improved. And if you're into firearms, or if you're into Second Amendment, I have some people, one person was like, HA, why do you keep talking about your guns? And I'm like, well, it's actually a really wonderful thing. It's a right that we all have as citizens. And this is actually a really, really good camera angle. So check this out. This is my SIG. Well, not I rented it, but it's the SIG P220 Elite 45 ACP. It's right here. HA with SIG P220 Elite 45 ACP. Share, subscribe. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about, and we'll wait, I guess, until some more people are. We're almost at 100. 2 minutes, and so it's good. So, people are back. It'll be a good live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is all because of HA Second Amendment. Actually, it's not. See, if you have a Yeti mic, it's just this has to be solid. Okay, so this segment is actually educational. This has to be here, solid red, right here. Okay, let's see if I can see this on the delay. It's taking a million years. You can't actually. It doesn't even look red on the screen, does it? It has to be solid. If it's blinking, it doesn't work. So that's why. So then I rebooted my whole computer like an idiot, like the idiot I am. And Luke St. Martin, exactly. So it's all HA Second Amendment's fault. And if I went through the, if it messed up my first live stream, at least watch the segment. It's right here. It's a SIG P220 Elite 45 ACP. It is awesome. And I tried a new camera angle with the tripod. Worked very well. To my super chat, thank you very much. Let's get started. William Barr, they're trying to get William Barr to recuse himself yet again. They're trying to get William Barr to recuse himself from the Mueller probe and pull a Jeff Sessions. What they're trying to do is say, no, this is obstruction of justice. Meanwhile, it can't be obstruction of justice. So the ACLU wrote an article. There are activists and there are, but at the end of the day, he doesn't have to recuse himself from anything. This is not Jeff Sessions right when Trump became president. He doesn't have to recuse himself from anything. William Barr knows more about Justice Department guidelines than Sessions ever did. He would only have to recuse himself if he was part of the probe in any way. That's why Sessions initially stated that he had to recuse himself, because he had spoken to Sergei Kislyak. Big deal. That's the reason that Sessions recused himself to begin with. Okay, so that's the whole reason. Here it is again, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe also to HA Second Amendment, SIG P220 Elite 45 ACP. It was so awesome. Today I went to the range and I also shot a Browning High Power 9mm. That is a storied firearm too. But number one, William Barr will be confirmed the end of this month. The vote will take place the middle of this month. So when will the vote take place for William Barr? And in the comments, if you've enjoyed a SIG P220 45 ACP, let me know. It's absolutely awesome in the live chat if you have, safely and responsibly. But Senate confirmation or Senate vote for Attorney General. It's the middle of this month. It's the middle of this month. Let's see. Lindsey Graham, Attorney General, committed to allowing, January 15th, Attorney General nominee Barr confirmation hearing. So the hearing is scheduled for January 15th, ladies and gentlemen. January 15th. It's January 11th. So what? Monday, 12, 13, 14, about Tuesday, right? Today's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This coming Tuesday is going to be one heck of a day. And I love Roberto Clemente. You have his rookie card? Well, just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean, look, I keep saying this. Trump and Clinton were friends. Being friends in Washington doesn't mean anything. Friends in Washington, it's power and influence first. It's not like me and you, and it's not like normal people. Okay, you and I, you watching right now, H.A. Goodman, we're normal people. We value our friendships. We don't backstab people. Power is not influence, power, fame, money. Not that I have any of those things. In fact, they dwindle exponentially in my case. But that I would much rather have a pure friendship, a great friendship with my close friends, a connection to my family, love, for my family, my wife, my children, my friends. So I'm not gonna. I would not sacrifice friendship or love or a close connection with people that I care about for fame, power, influence, prestige, money. But if you're in Washington, you totally would. So that's the thing. When people say, "Oh, they're friends," it's not like they're friends. They're friends. Yeah, they're friends. Oh yeah, they went to each other's family. So what? This is Washington. These people value power. They crave power. Thank you, Beyond the Infinite. Thank you. They crave power more than anything else. Matthew Rosenfield, thank you. Bonsoir, Luke St. Martin. So they crave power more than anything. To my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams, but they crave power more than anything else. More than anything else, they crave power. And William Barr, I mean, think about it from Barr's perspective. It's very lucrative to be a two-time former attorney general. It's prestigious, it's powerful, it's influential. And, you know, he's not going to, William Barr is not going to allow the Mueller probe to go on indefinitely. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Okay? He's just not going to do that. And the reason he's not going to do that is because it's not based on any evidence. So when they say obstruction of justice, they're pretending this probe actually makes any sense. So let's just read this here, right here. William Barr, ACL. Let's look at the ACLU. William Barr's unsolicited memo to Trump about obstruction of justice. It's not obstruction of justice. These are two attorneys for the ACLU, which, by the way, haven't defended WikiLeaks or Julian Assange, which is very interesting. They haven't defended Julian Assange lately. The last statement was a comment on the report. One comment on the report, DOJ. My God. I guess November 15, 2018, any prosecution of Mr. Assange would for WikiLeaks publishing operations would be unprecedented and unconstitutional and would open the door to criminal investigations of other news organizations. So I guess they did speak out, kind of. Moreover, prosecuting a foreign publisher for violating U.S. secrecy laws would set an especially dangerous precedent for U.S. journalists who routinely violate foreign secrecy laws to deliver information vital to public interest. So this is actually a great, memo or press release. But that's it. Meanwhile, they're focused on Trump, Russia, like you cannot believe. ACLU, Barr's unsolicited memo to Trump. So that was actually a good statement regarding defending Julian Assange, and who's a hero. But William Barr's unsolicited memo to Trump last month, news broke that in June 2018, President Trump's current nominee for Attorney General, William P. Barr, sent an unsolicited, oh my God, 20-page memo to the Justice Department critiquing Special Counsel Robert Mueller's current investigation into Russian election interference. The Russians didn't interfere in the election. Not one vote was altered. Not one vote was altered in swing states by the Russians. We know that. And I love how Democrats say, well, they didn't interfere in the election, in the primary with Bernie, even though Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to step down. And we know they completely pulled the election for Hillary Clinton, and Bernie Sanders never had a chance. We know from the emails, the DNC emails. But then they blame Russia. And with Russia, nobody saw the Facebook ads. Nobody looked at the Facebook ads of Buff Bernie and said, oh my God, I'm voting for Trump or Bernie Sanders. Nobody said that. There's no data. There's no data at all as to how many people were influenced. There's no data at all. There's no data at all. And furthermore, the whole thing is fabricated and contrived. CrowdStrike is the only company to look at DNC servers. CrowdStrike is the only company to look at DNC servers. CrowdStrike gave images and pictures of DNC servers to the United States government. And believe me, I'm not telling you, don't trust, you don't have to trust William Barr. Believe me. The only thing I will say, though, is that the best chance we've had since Trump was elected for a special counsel or for some kind of justice is with William Barr. So let me read this right here. Barr, who previously worked as Attorney General under President George W. Bush, penned the memo as a former official deeply concerned with the institution of the presidency and the Department of Justice. The memo questions the scope of Mueller's investigation. Good. It's true. William Barr is correct, and it argues that Mueller should not be permitted to demand answers from the president about possible obstruction of justice. Good. There is no obstruction of justice. There's not even a crime committed. You can't fabricate an investigation and then say this investigation that was illegally that was started in an illegal manner. Well, now you're obstructing what should never have been investigated to begin with, because there was no crime committed. They're investigating something that's not even a crime. If it were a crime, then Hillary Clinton would get indicted because she purchased a Steele dossier that was compiled allegedly with Russian sources and Russian intelligence sources. The Steele dossier is compiled with a Russian intelligence source. She's the one who worked with Russian intelligence, allegedly. Luckily for her, the whole thing is complete nonsense and bogus. The whole thing was made up. There was no grandiose plot between Manafort and Papadopoulos and Carter Page. That's what the gossip-filled Steele dossier states. Ebenezer Adams, those Facebook ads were not bought in Russia. They were bought in the U.S. and browser use had language to set to Russian. Okay. So, yeah, they were bought in the U.S. Exactly. And if anything, could you imagine? Johnny M. Could you imagine if it wasn't Zuckerberg, if it was somebody else? My God, I mean, not one person. We don't know how many people. The United States government has not explained how many people have been influenced. How many people were influenced by Facebook ads or Twitter bots? The United States government doesn't know. We have no clue how many people were influenced by these Twitter bots or whatever, or Facebook ads. There's still zero evidence. There's zero evidence, absolutely zero evidence that Trump worked with Russia. It is a fairy tale, a fantasy, a something that was completely fabricated, completely and utterly fabricated. It did not happen. And they've been investigating something that was the only reason it was investigated is because of Peter Strzok, James Comey, John O'Brien, James Clapper. That's the only reason we're even talking about this, because of people who framed Trump and covered up Clinton's email investigation, where she transferred top secret intelligence. Then the ACLU says the fact that Barr sent this memo and may have subsequently been rewarded with a nomination to join Trump's cabinet raises serious questions. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. If this raises questions, what about Peter Strzok stating we'll stop Trump to his lover? So which one is it? Which one is it? Can you as an FBI agent in charge of two investigations, can you say that we will stop the incoming president? We will stop Trump And that's okay. But you can't, as a legal scholar, as a former attorney general, say, hey, this is ridiculous. So the ACLU writes this article, this long article. See, with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, it's one beautiful paragraph. Fantastic. Then they write this long article about William Barr. The Senate needs to probe Barr on his views of obstruction of justice. You can't obstruct justice for firing James Comey because James Comey is part of the executive branch. Under the Constitution, President Trump has the ability and the right and the authority to fire anyone he wants within the executive branch. But James Comey was investigating Trump. No, James Comey was not investigating Trump. James Comey has stated numerous times Trump was never under investigation. Truth Hurts 18. I wonder. Hi there, Mr. President. How are you? Okay, you just hang up on me. Okay, bye. Truth Hurts 18. He doesn't. He's done. He did his job. So, there are Republicans, exactly, Alexander, who don't want Kalish, who don't want Trump to succeed. That's true. You have Mitt Romney, who longs for the day that he'll be called upon. See, guys, like people like Mitt Romney are like, oh, one day they'll call upon me. One day they'll call upon me to save the Republican Party. He already lost. He lost to President Obama. Mitt Romney lost to President Obama. So there you go. He already lost. He already lost. He'll never become president again because he already lost. And you have a situation where the ACLU is saying, well, we can't, the Senate can't nominate Barr because he'll allow Trump to obstruct justice. But it was never obstruction of justice to fire James Comey. James Comey should have been fired, according to the IG report that Michael Horowitz wrote, simply to cover the FBI's behind. James Comey wrote the Comey letter that Democrats hated, which, by the way, he had to write because the criminality was so horrendous that he was like, oh my God, this was a failed cover-up. I have to inform people of what took place. So it was a comedy of errors, and they still can't get it right. Lupe Stella, Happy New Year to you, Lupe Stella. Thank you for watching. Thank you. The whole thing here is you have a situation where it's like never-ending sad comedy. It's just never-ending sad comedy. This sad, pathetic comedy of errors. You cannot obstruct justice. You cannot obstruct justice by firing an inept, corrupt FBI chief. You can't obstruct justice that way. That's not obstruction of justice. So that's their argument against William Barr. Well, you know, he has to recuse himself, but the thing is, there are more Republicans on the Senate than Democrats. What's 47 to 53? 47, including 2 independents that are going to always vote Democrat. And he's going to get confirmed. Am I saying trust William Barr? No, don't trust William Barr. But I do think, ladies and gentlemen, I do think it's the best opportunity that we've had. The best opportunity that we've had since Trump was elected. Really, the best opportunity that we've had. And ladies and gentlemen, you have to see this camera angle. I know it's annoying. People are like, why are you talking about your gun channel, AJ? But check it out. I mean, you have to watch. Luke St. Martin, thank you. Thank you, Luke St. Martin. Thank you. You have to watch this, ladies and gentlemen. It's the SIG P220 Elite 45 ACP. Check out my Second Amendment channel. You have to watch it. At the end of the day, the ACLU wrote that he needs to recuse himself. Barr is not going to, I don't think Barr is going to recuse himself. I don't think Barr is going to recuse him. There's a Washington Examiner article, recusal, redo. Attorney General nominee might have to cede oversight of Mueller investigation if confirmed. I don't think that's going to take place. I would be very disappointed that Matthew Whitaker didn't. The Department of Justice stated that Matthew Whitaker didn't have to. So this is an article. Attorney General nominee William Barr may have to recuse himself from Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. Activists and attorneys say, sorry. These activists and attorneys don't realize that Peter Strzok and James Comey deliberately, with intent, set up an investigation based on nonsense using a dossier that was purchased by Hillary Clinton, based on a CrowdStrike assessment that was outsourced by the Democratic Party. Look, you don't have to. Everybody, you don't have to trust Barr. That's what I'm saying. Don't trust anyone. Just ask yourself, if you have a guy coming in who Democrats are afraid of. Were Democrats afraid of Jeff Sessions? That's all I'm saying. They weren't afraid of Jeff Sessions. They're afraid of William Barr. Why? Because he's written against the Mueller probe, and he's actually stated that there's more to investigate with the Clinton email debacle than there is with Trump and any alleged Russia collusion. So exactly. WAR, I agree with you. I think Trump knows that this is his last chance to really get an attorney general that's going to help him. And also understand this. This is a power structure. This is a power struggle. It's a power struggle. It is a power struggle, ladies and gentlemen. It is a power struggle between two factions. The old school Republican, and I'm talking about William Barr being the old school Republican. I'm not talking about more the establishment Paul Ryan type of Republican. I'm talking about William Barr knows. He was Attorney General, in the early 90s. He understands completely just how unethical the Clintons are. So he knows exactly what he needs to do, which is investigate true crimes, actual criminal behavior. But ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'm going to cut this a little short. Giuliani's going to see. I think that this Tuesday is going to be very interesting. I think this Tuesday is. All right, I'll stay for a couple more minutes. Share this segment, everyone. Share and subscribe, because this segment is what messed up my first. Well, it's actually me, because I didn't see. If you have a Blue Yeti, make sure that this is solid. Okay, you don't have to reboot the computer like Dumbo HA over here. That's it. It blinks. If you pull out the USB and pull it back in, it'll start blinking. And then it'll be like, see, there you go. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like if this is blinking. But this has to remain solid. So if you have a Blue Yeti mic, that's what you need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm voting. Yeah, I'm still voting for Trump. I would definitely vote for Tulsi in 2024. Shauna, I am voting for Trump in 2020, but I don't think they're going to allow Tulsi to win at all. And if she were to win, she wouldn't be Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, I have a great deal of respect for. I love Tulsi Gabbard, actually. She is a huge, huge threat to the establishment. Ramla Farah, hello. Happy New Year and have a wonderful weekend. Everyone, WAR, thank you. Luke St. Martin, thank you. I'm going to see everyone very soon. God bless you. And thank you for putting up with my issue with my it wasn't even the Blue Yeti, it was me. Hit subscribe to this right now. HA Second Amendment. SIG P220. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless. I'll see you. Thank you so much, Luke St. Martin. Alexander, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so very much. Lachlan Bird, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Bud Drake, hope you had a great birthday. Ricky Spanish, thank you. Insubordinate, thank you. And I'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.